Hello and welcome back to another game of Hearts of Iron 4 in a strange, alternate reality where the German Empire won World War I. This is Kaiserreich. The Kaiser Wilhelm II is still on the throne of the German Empire. And of course, the Austro-Hungarian Empire have much of Europe conquered. But 20 years later, the world is not as it seems. Start game. Hello, Sips and
Wait,
Period.
did you change countries at the last minute?
Bollocks. Did I pick a different country? Who did I pick in the end?
Oh, fuck me.
I think you picked Germany or Austria.
What a mystery.
You're Poland.
Wow, okay.
Poland.
Good luck.
Well done, Lewis.
The Kingdom of Poland.
Nice.
So, it doesn't matter. I don't mind. I just want to experience the Kaiserreich with you guys.
Yes.
So, Europe is completely different. Well, not different. Different in a way. Like, you know, when we won World War I, and a lot of people consider World War I. Okay, first of all, sorry, you're going to get this big pop-up about the Kaiserreich mod. The Kaiserreich dev was at PDXCon. Yeah, and they did a little talk. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was cool. And also, like, Soros is on the Kaiserreich team as well, by the way, just as a shout out. You can click any of these if you want. You don't have to. You can just say, great job. And,
want to remove faction joining limits. The
Don't worry
Sublime
about that.
State.
So that's console commands.
The Sublime State. This is what I just got a pop-up saying this. Did you guys get like a thing describing your empire as well?
No. So you might want to go through that.
Okay. Once the greatest empire in existence, spanning 3 continents and ruling over millions of people, the Ottoman Empire had declined by the late 19th century. Blah-de-blah-de, blue, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. During his reign, blah, blah, blah. The Ottoman Empire was ruled by a triumvirate of 3 pashas, Enver, Talat, and Samal. In 1914, as the Weltkrieg began, the Young Turk government signed a secret treaty with the Germans and soon after joined the war. God save the Empire. After narrowly escaping defeat and destruction, we lost much for little gain.
Blah, blah, bloobity, blah.
Calm before the storm.
We know what happened
to the Turks. Do I want to go wild, or do I just want to say, what do I do?
I said, thanks, Kaiserreich team. Great job, and then inform me of major events.
Great job.
No, but he's had a separate pop-up to do with his Ottoman Empire.
No, it's sweet. We're good. So what's Medilio? What are we about? We are in no faction, led by Abdul Masih II. We're paternal autocrats.
Oh, for God's sake. So okay, right. Take a step back. This is very complicated. This is slightly different to normal Hearts of Iron. Yes, you're paternal autocrats. That means you have a father figure, a dictator, basically, who is in charge. You're a dictatorship.
Sweet.
Run by Abdul Masih II,
yes.
the emperor, God King Emperor of the Ottoman Empire,
yes.
Basically. You're kind of religious. Sips, where are you?
I'm in La Plata.
Oh my God, are you a dictatorship as well?
No, I am hang on, maybe I am actually.
You're an authoritarian democracy.
Yes, my party leader. Check out my dude. It looks like an older George W. Bush with Sailor Man's hat on.
If he was a sailor, yeah.
Yeah, look at it.
I think he looks like Ken Bone. Old man Bone.
Oh my God, it is maybe old man. That's Ken Bone's dad in this alternate reality.
I don't know who Ken Bone is.
Are you serious, Sips?
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Dang.
Damn.
Do you guys hate me now?
No, not at all.
Okay, great.
Your Mima credentials may have to be withdrawn, but...
Ken Bone.
Jeez. Right. Basically, guys, get yourselves set up with the basic Hearts of Iron stuff, and then I'll unpause once we're ready to go. But, so what happened was, the difference really here was that in about 1917, when World War I was going on, and this is what I was trying to say before we got distracted.
I'm sorry.
World War I, a lot of people these days think of it as part of World War II. Like they think of the whole thing as one, as if because you kind of couldn't have had World War II without World War I.
Right. Okay.
And so they are pretty intrinsically linked together. But what happened was in World War I, the German Empire basically did this thing called unrestricted submarine warfare, where they started sinking a lot of American ships, and that brought the Americans into the war.
Right.
And then the Germans felt they were on a bit of a time limit, and so they sort of rushed these aggressive attacks, and then kind of ended up losing the war after that. So people point to sort of the Americans getting involved in the war as that turning point where it was inevitable that Germans would lose from that point onwards. But in this reality, the Americans never got involved in the war. Okay.
Right.
And so what you ended up with is the German Empire victorious, and they've sort of set up a lot of these states in the same way, because the Germans weren't, in the World War One, they weren't necessarily the great evil, okay? They weren't a bad, like, they were kind of a sort of democratic kind of nation, and so as a result, post-war Europe looks a little bit like it would do if the other side won.
Right.
Only the Germans have slightly more territorial gains. So the German Empire is bigger, obviously. Poland is much smaller. Austria-Hungary have done okay out of it, but Austria is actually this group of states. It's the Austrian Empire, but it's also Bohemia and Galicia.
Puppets. Hungary, Bohemia, Galicia, Lodomeria, and Illyria.
So, yeah,
these are all
Austria
places
is
that don't
basically
exist in modern
this big
Europe.
federated group of puppets who are kind of
Cool.
friends with each other, but maybe not for very long. Russia, the Russian Revolution, because the Germans, because it played out differently, the Germans were able to support the White Russians, and so communism never rose in Russia. So the Soviet Union doesn't exist, and as a result, you've got these German puppets. The United Baltic Duchy and Lithuania is a German puppet. I think the Kingdom of, White Ruthenia is a German puppet. That's right.
I think it's all still very sort of aristocratically led, isn't it? And rather than being, liberty and stuff, it's all very much. Oh, my grandfather knew your grandfather, so
I think
let's
it's
be
all
chums.
kings.
Yeah, it's
so
all
I think
like
the
that kind of shit.
Kings of all these puppets are all related to the German Kaiser. So it's Wilhelm's brothers and uncles who are on the thrones of all these countries. I think
It's very incestuous.
Even there's a Habsburg on the throne of the Kingdom of Ukraine, which is separate to Germany, but obviously allied with Germany. And so Ukraine were a big part of helping the Germans to win World War One, because they supplied a lot of food and things like this. There was like an uprising in Russia as well. Like the Cossacks took the Don-Kuban Union here, which is Azerbaijan kind of area. Sips knows that pretty well.
Azerbaijan, yeah.
Of course,
They won
the
Eurovision
Turks,
one time, remember?
Yeah, I remember
the
it
Ottoman
well.
Empire, which is what Pyrion's playing as.
Still a lot of oil in Azerbaijan, just saying.
Yeah,
They haven't changed that.
There probably
Oh, we're gonna
is.
get it. Don't you worry, baby.
So if you get any pop-ups, just shout and we'll pause. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, the situation in Poland in 1936. So basically,
Wow.
Poland is not great.
No, it's pretty small.
It's pretty crappy. But I'm having some elections.
Wow, my focus trees for La Plata are great. Like they're really cool, actually.
So the focus trees are fucking cool. Yeah, in this
they're
in this
good.
pack.
They're really
There's some
crazy.
really interesting ones.
I've got one to
'Cause
fucking
obviously-
claim Upper Peru, claim Southern Chile, prepare for the Brazilian counterattack.
Is Pax Americana a thing over there now? Or not?
I'm not sure. There's no. It might be. Hang on, let me just see if Bolivia.
Liberia is a puppet.
No. Okay.
So Liberia is a puppet of America for some
None
reason.
of South America is guaranteed by the U.S. right now.
Go ham, baby.
I'm
La
gonna,
Plata
yes.
will
It's
rise
fucking
again.
Great. Yeah.
Well, this is already what's been happening. So obviously, basically, what happened to the poor old British Empire was that when they lost, there was sort of this big uprising, and it went all communist. Well, it's called syndicalist, actually. So the trade unions have all taken over and run the country as some sort of communist utopia.
Also,
Ireland-
Germany has a lot of colonies that were British, as does the Netherlands. The Netherlands still has.
The Netherlands
And
were
Australia
neutral.
is Australia and New Zealand.
Netherlands were neutral in
Right.
World War One,
Right,
so
but they still got their
involved.
colonies, I mean.
Yeah,
they got
so
their
they weren't
colonies, yeah.
touched by the impact of it. But yes, what happened to the proud UK is a lot of the people in the UK were exiled to Canada, and hundreds of thousands of Brits moved to Canada and have built up Canada to be quite a bigger sort of
Oh,
country.
look at that. Shit, George V is the leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about that?
And America is in a bad way because they obviously lent a lot of money and resources to Britain and the Allies, and when they lost, they couldn't pay America back. So America is having the Great Depression and is in a very, very bad
It's
way.
a bad time. Let's
As you will
fast
find out.
forward in time.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
intend to
cool.
take
So-
over the entirety of the Middle East.
I think that brings us up to date. So basically, you're playing as a country. What are your goals, the Ottoman Empire? So, of course, the Ottomans, the Ottoman Empire was also always known as the sick man of Europe. Okay, it was at least in World War One, it was primed for being carved up, and at the end of World War One, it was carved up because everyone wanted all the oil, and so it ended up getting really into this terribly unstable region. But obviously it's an old empire. It's been going for like 300 years,
It's a biggie. What my goal is to take all these shitty countries like Georgia and Armenia and Azerbaijan and the Hashemite Arabia, Yemen, Oman. We're going to nab this whole peninsula and up a bit into the Don Kuban Union. Then I'm going after Persia and the Sultanate of Egypt.
Cossacks.
We're going after all these lads. Yeah.
But the Cossacks, the classic Russians. Why do you want to fight the Russians?
I don't want to fight the Russians. I want to fight the Georgians.
The Russians, your classic enemy, though, to be fair. So, you can fight them.
We'll fight them.
It's okay. I mean, obviously, Sips being a big old scary South American dictator.
Well,
is going to pretty much want to just enforce his rule on the.
Why have we got so little political power?
On the
United South America.
Yeah, I've got minus 56.
I'm on minus 259.
Well, this is another factor of the Kaiserreich. So Kaiserreich, your political power does. Okay, so this is an important thing. Black Monday, the Berlin Stock Exchange has had a real disaster, and so the German Empire. There's actually problems in the German Empire.
Yeah.
So although they won the war, they are a bit
They're going broke.
Problematic.
The Emirate of Afghanistan declared war on the Dominion of India.
Already? Fuck me. It's 1936.
Oh God. So I've got minus 50% construction speed as Black Monday hits Poland. Oh fuck.
Yeah,
I've got Ottoman decline, minus 20% political power, veteran difficulty, minus 25% political power, and because I'm working on matters of the state.
Who cares about Afghanistan?
I got plus 0.01.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Power a day. So we ain't going to be doing shit.
Oh, shit.
We can break this. I can break these cuffs.
The Polish economy has failed.
What's happened?
Germany is in a heavy economic crisis.
We ran out of Polski or Gorky.
It seems that this summer will be hard for the Polish people. We can either send police to the countryside to get them to work, or we can change our government to the social conservatives. The kingdom has failed. Long live the republic.
God damn.
No, the kingdom will not fail. We're going to just send police in to get them to work. Keep going, Poles. Get those potatoes. Man, so my goal is to take Poland's land back and make Poland great again.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Basically.
My goal is to fucking take Bolivia and Chile and then Peru and Ecuador, Colombia and then Venezuela and Brazil maybe.
You do it. You do it.
Poland's one of these countries that's been wiped off the map like 15 times or something, and it keeps coming back. I don't want to say anything bad. It's a good thing. It's like a good thing that keeps coming back. What's a good thing that keeps coming back?
A resilient people.
A bouncy ball. There you go.
My wife's ass.
Right. Yeah, it hits hard.
Yeah, Flax's wife's ass.
It's like Flax's wife's ass. I just wanted to get involved in saying Flax's wife's ass as well. So there's a couple of mechanics in this Kaiserreich. So, the Pope has died, by the way.
How terrible.
Damn shame.
The Pope runs what's left of northern
can we
Italy.
make sure that it's on 4-speed, though? 2-speed is not really
it's
good
fucking
right now.
killing me here, homie.
I'm only turned it down to 2-speed for a fucking millisecond to read that thing.
Disgraceful.
Bitch.
You ruined this.
Jesus Christ, Sips. Right, I'm going to have to keep turning it down because I'm reading stuff. So deal with it. And you're going to want me to turn it down when you're reading stuff. In fact, I think you can turn it down. Just pause it.
Stuff.
Look, if you want to read, if you've got anything to read, you can just press pause pause it.
Fucking just
Jesus
hammer
Christ.
through it, for fuck's sake. Come on, let's go.
The most
1945.
hang on a second.
Why
I
is
need
it
to
on
figure
2
out-
speed again?
Poland is not going to fix itself. I need to
fuck
fix
are you
it.
reading
I
right
need
now?
clicking random buttons to try and fix Poland. It's not going to help me, Sips. I already clicked the wrong fucking country. I was planning on playing as the UK.
Jeez. Hey,
Give me a break.
interestingly enough, the UK is not part of a faction, which is nice, actually. It doesn't have, like...
I have to click whether I decide whether the new king of Poland has to be at least as tall as the last king of Poland.
Right. Why is
The
that?
new king of Poland has to be at least as tall.
Okay.
That was an
Fine.
important decision. I needed to pause the game. Right.
Okay.
Oh, man. The remilitarization of
Thanks for putting it on
Albania.
1 speed so we can read this one as well.
Fuck! 50 people have been killed in a bombing in Warsaw. The Polish underground anarchist party has been responsible for the attack on the bourgeoisie. Fucking Jesus. Okay. I need to decide. So I need to decide whether I want a new Habsburg in charge of Poland or whether I want a true... I can elect 4 different types of king. Okay, here.
Right.
A Habsburg, a true Polish king to a true Lithuanian thing, or a Lithuanian king, a Saxon king, or a Saxon king.
Get the
Which one do I
Saxons
want?
in, homie. Keep it real. Saxon
I
fam.
I want to rebuild the Lithuanian Empire, the Polish Lithuanian. What was it called? What was it called? The Lithuanian Empire.
Miedzmurs.
No, that's the alliance. That's the Polish alliance. What was it called?
What are you talking about?
What was it? Prussian. The Prussian.
Was that in Russia? I
Prussian
thought that
Empire.
was further south. No? Prussia?
I thought we were the Prussians. What was the Lithuanian alliance? The big empire.
Lithuanian
day.
big empire?
Yeah, it was called something.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
my history has failed me. By the way,
Do you know what this kind of feels like?
Go on.
It sort of feels like a little bit like almost like CK2. Like there's not
Yeah.
much in place, right? You start and everybody is just sort of on their own doing stuff.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, like the base game of this game, there's a lot of alliances set up already. There's
Yeah.
a lot of like political stuff in place. But this seems to just strip it all out, which is kind of cool, actually.
Oh, yeah, I like it.
I think
Yeah,
that's
it's cool.
nice.
So the great thing about Kaiserreich, which you need to know, is that what they've done is they've made the whole world much more interesting. So normally with Hearts of Iron 4, very little happens in an average game of Hearts of Iron 4 in South America or North America.
Yeah.
Or, to some extent, Africa and Australasia.
Yeah.
Or even like China or
no,
India
a
mostly.
lot happens in China. A lot happens.
A little bit.
But it's fairly straightforward.
Mostly the war is clustered in Europe,
Yeah.
a little bit north and south, and then a local nationalist leader has man. So I'm getting crippled in the political power here, by the way. And when your
I've
political
just gained
power
some
goes
back.
down-
Actually, I'm doing like industrial recovery efforts and stuff, and that's
We got big political problems, so good
infusing
luck.
me with political power. I'm up
Yeah,
to
mine's
plus
good.
52 now.
That's good.
250.
Yeah, my gain is 0.12 per day though. It's not great.
That's 10 times. That's 12 times what I get. I get 0.01 a day because we're going through some political shit right now. And I think we want to boot Abdul Masid II. Inshallah, we will have a new form of government.
Oh God, are you making a new king? Is that what you're
I
doing?
think so. We're going down some kind of road that's going to shake shit up because everyone's like, the old folks ain't going to like this. That was the thing. Because I think our government is failing horribly. Like it's a bloody awful mess. Got all these old grippers
Right.
in charge of everything. Hussein Avni Pasha, got Ali Fuad Pasha, we got Rashad Mulis Bey, and flipping Mehmed Assad Pasha. These old grippers ain't going to do shit. We need some young blood in here.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean.